Oh, fuck.
No.
Greetings, flesh wound horror freaks, and welcome to a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Horror. I'm Daniel Shine.
I'm cutting
That's
that out.
producer Todd Loya.
I don't know if I am anymore.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
I'm cutting it out.
That is Pugs Dread and Mike Kruger.
What's up, you sick motherfuckers?
We're here tonight.
The one time we're live. Happy holidays, Pugs.
Happy holidays, indeed. So yes, that was a little bit of an error, but that's okay because if you're looking,
I already said I'm going to cut it out like 5 times, and Dan's still talking about it.
It's all good. So we're here tonight to review a brand new film. Very, very excited to talk about it. Called CENSOR, a UK horror film from director Prano Bailey Bond. And this film follows a film censor is assigned to review a disturbing film that recalls her childhood memories. She begins to unravel how this eerie work might be tied to the long ago disappearance of her sister. All right, so watched this one last night. Didn't know a whole lot about this truthfully, which I'm kind of glad. I knew that it centered on the video nasty era, so that was enough to really draw me in. And for those of you unfamiliar with it, the video nasty term was kind of coined in 1982 in the Sunday Times. It was something in the UK, something, thank God, we didn't experience here in the same way. Not we certainly experienced censorship, as Friday the 13th fans are well aware, but it was a little different.
Well, it wasn't censorship. You had to cut yourself to make that rating. I always make sure to tell you, which is 100% bullshit.
Yeah, it is bullshit. So, but yes. So this takes place firmly in 1985, right at the the center of the Margaret Thatcher and Mary Whitehouse era of these movies are causing all the evil in the world. If somebody got murdered, if somebody got assaulted, whatever the case, it was certainly the fault of I Spit on Your Grave or whatever film they were targeting at that time. Ridiculous. I mean, you go back and look at some of the news stories from this time, particularly Mary Whitehouse, who might be one of the most unlikable human beings to ever walk the face of the earth. It was a rough time. So they perfectly capture the 80s then. The scenes, and I'll get a little bit more into the story, but the scenes just where somebody goes to a video store and you would think it was a drug deal to try and get some of these movies is something that I really hope younger fans will get to see this and appreciate what we got now, because this certainly had that.
They won't.
Yeah, well,
it's a hard concept for them to grasp, not being able to like have something 3 clicks away.
Yeah, you can't go and see Norman J. Warren's Alien knockoff because Mary Whitehouse is I'm trying to be polite, but fuck her. So
a bit of a hard C.
she was a very hard C. So first off, I want to say Niamh Algar, who plays Enid, our star and the censor that's going over these films. She
Raised by Wolves.
Yep, Raised by Wolves, which I love that show, and she's becoming one of my favorite actresses now. Fantastic performance. So I'm going to put this right up there with some of the greats for me in recent years: Hereditary, Midsummer, Lighthouse, Relic, Saint Maud, Empty Man, Dark and the Wicked. Those are some of my personal favorites of recent years. And this one for me actually got there. I was surprised. I'm not going to give too much away. Some people will have an issue with some of the ambiguity that is there and maybe want a little more. This film goes by so super fast. I think it was 84 minutes, I believe. So it's a quick watch, and it's another one of these great horror films that is about unresolved grief and this woman trying to process that through protecting people through her job as a film censor. And it brought me right back to films, recent ones that I would compare it to. Berberian Sound Studio, which came up recently, actually, I believe. In Fabric is another A24 one. This is an A24, by the way. I know I referenced a lot of them, but it hit for me. You felt so horrible for her. I know some people are going to want a little bit more explained, and I get that. This is definitely another one. I love it, not for everybody, but I will report for the Gorehounds that does come in this one. It's not a slasher film. It's not a gore film, but it'll get there, I think, for you guys. And
I'm sure Kruger will tell us what he thinks about that.
yeah, Kruger, what did you think? Because I got a lot to say, but I'll tag you in. What did you think of Censor? Because I'm not sure on this one.
Like you already said, the acting is really good, and like the cinematography was A+. Like some really nice uses of color and like the forest scenes and stuff like that I really dug. The main character, Eden, you already said, like, you really feel for her, especially when you find out her motivation on why she's a censor. That was really well done. I loved all the clips and the references from various horror films throughout, the whole thing. Like I saw some like Nightmare in the Damaged Brain clips and Driller Killer, and the way also like the movie Deranged plays a pretty important part in the film was a nice touch as well. The story I thought was interesting, especially once like we started to watch Eden's descent into madness, and it does drag maybe a little bit for me at least towards the middle, but it quickly picked itself back up, and the final act and the ultimate conclusion we get to the story was pretty fucking awesome. Overall, I think it's pretty damn good. I don't think it's perfect and it's not unflawed. But regardless of maybe like a few minor quibbles I have with some of the plot, I'm definitely going to check out more from the director, Prano Bailey Bond, in the future, especially considering this was her first feature-length film. So
yes.
Pretty impressive first outing, and she's definitely going to be on my radar.
Well, now Dan's rating just dropped the whole number because you mentioned it was directed by a woman.
I love women. I also wanted to just say, this is a film that in a way is political, but not like obnoxiously political. It's interesting how they tackle that without elaborating too much. But Pugs, what did you think? I'm curious.
This was like my first movie back from my sabbatical that I had taken.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent entry. I was stoked. I had a great time watching this. It's weird, but in that like creepy weird way where I just felt uneasy, which is fucking awesome because that's rare for me. The fact that it's tackling the video nasties, that's fucking rad. Like, who would have thought? And you're right with the gore. When it goes there, it goes there. But then it also gets weird, which is fucking excellent too. As a whole, I had a really good time with this one. I don't think I like it as much as you, Dan, but I get it. I would highly recommend this movie to anybody. I think it's definitely worth checking out, and it's very, very unique in certain aspects. I dig it.
Mm-hmm. Todd, you were around, so
I wasn't around the video nasties. I'm in the wrong place.
But you existed in that time period, is what I'm saying.
You're not wrong.
You're old.
That's okay. Yet you're still older than me. Yet you're still older than me, Grandpa. Figure that shit out. Well, I was gonna say how much I loved it, and I agreed with Dan, but now I just flipped my. I did. I really liked it. I'm closer to Dan than I think Pugs. I'm not sure. I think Kruger, you're kind of lower than Pugs. If I'm reading the room.
No, I can't really talk about the stuff I want to talk about until we get to spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah, we will have a spoiler talk.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You've seen it.
But yeah, I did love it. Like you mentioned, like the video nasty stuff, which I didn't learn really about till later because it was like there was some stuff in Fangoria, but not to like the docs and stuff to really fully understand how bad it was. I mean, we'll put it like we had Satanic Panic, they had video nasties. Both were completely fucking mentally subpar. So
I know.
I could say it.
I know for a fact you were really happy once you saw the VHS working when the tape flipped. I'm like, oh, Todd's gonna lose his shit for this.
Oh no, once we saw Nightmare, I was like, all right,
Yeah.
And well, I guess it's more spoilery, but the movie in there. I mean, it was obviously supposed to be reminiscent of a certain film, or is that just me? I mean, did everyone get the? I'm trying not to say what it was right now.
That was a very smart choice to go with the 4:3 stuff. I dig that.
Oh yeah, they shot this 35 8mm video. Like this movie's got a whole visually, it has so much going on.
Yeah. Well, shit. Is there anything we have before we can go into spoilers?
Well, I want to put over the cast as well. Like I said, watch this lady. I mean, I love her on Raised by Wolves, and I think it's like, okay, I get the sense she's one of these I can do anything actresses. And yeah, guys, I will say you might appreciate this even more. Like if you just are not as aware of that video nasty period, there's a lot of docs, there's a lot of books, however you choose to look at it. And I also will say I'm going to save it for spoilers. So we rate on a scale of 0 to 5 stars. If you haven't seen this, please do yourself a favor. You can always pick up later. So 0 to 5 stars. One of my favorites, if not my favorite of the year so far. I'm a 5. I absolutely adore this movie.
Right on.
All right, I'll just jump in there. I'm with Dan. I'm a 5. I really did like this one.
All right.
I'm a 4 with room to grow. So 4 out of 5 for me.
This movie could grow on people though too. It's like a second watch kind of thing. I think for a lot. I'm going to watch it again too.
It's funny, Kruger. That's exactly what Dan tells the ladies.
Fuck you, John.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I'm also a solid 4, just like Dan.
See, at least he's a solid 4.
Well, there you go. That's a pretty damn good rating. I'm disappointed that Todd and I were the same since he's such a dick tonight, but that's okay. So
hold
guys,
on. We have a question off the grill podcast. Why is Dan always shouting? That is a good question.
Well, because Todd brings it out of me. I can't like smack him through the screen or anything. So I have to raise.
You should be
verbally.
very happy because you would have been suplexed by Kruger I don't know how many times.
Very true.
That's messed up. Why does everybody want to do violence to me? I'm a lovable guy, and I don't understand. Everybody's always threatening me. I don't know. Maybe it is. But on that note, if you do not wish for it to be spoiled, now would be the time to bow out. So you have been warned.
Wait, before we go, because he's cosplaying Indiana Jones.
Babe, Indiana Jones is cosplaying me.
And let's all be right. He's cosplaying Jeepers Creepers. We all know that.
Fucked up. Fucked up.
You liked when someone commented that you liked the Creeper when you're getting your hat comments. So,
well, the Creeper didn't do anything. The Creeper behind the camera did.
They're one of the same.
Jonathan Breck didn't do anything.
They're the same fucking person.
That's messed up.
All right, spoilers time. Get out of here if you don't want to hear them.
All right. All right, guys, you have been warned. So you were touching on the movie within a movie, Todd, I believe, before we bowed out there.
Yeah, and it was very much reminiscent of Evil Dead. I mean, I can't be the only one who felt that.
Yeah,
so,
I can see that.
I mean, there was even a similar tree rape almost. So,
what did you think of the gore towards the end? Because again, this isn't a gore film, but it brought it.
No, so like that was my thing. When she kills the producer dude on the thing, I was like, okay, that was all right. You know, I kind of hope that's not going to be the only, you know, gore scene. But sure as shit, I was pleasantly surprised. Like the way she took out Beast Man was dope. And I like the poetic justice of like how his head fell into the television and shit. And then the way his when she hacks him with the axe, the way the open wound starts, like it grows like teeth and shit, and it's like starts talking to her. That was fucking badass and really like disturbing looking. And also the decapitation on the director immediately after. It was a nice little homage to Friday the 13th, I thought, with the way he put his hands up, kind of like how Pamela does when she gets her head hacked off at the end. Mm-hmm. And yeah, the whole final few minutes I thought were really powerful too, where like what Eden's perfect ending would have been in her head, and you know how it kind of skips from what the actual reality of what the fuck is happening. You know?
The splices,
those flashes are fucking hard. That
Todd, Doug was your spirit animal, so I'm sure you loved Doug.
Yeah, I mean, didn't everyone? I just assumed
that was a really good performance too, because I just thought, like, man, he really captured that sleazeball vibe, and that is a compliment if any cast is listening.
His first interaction with her was fucking gold.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to be fucking raped on. I wouldn't like it. Well, everyone else would. I was like, oh, you're the man. I'll watch your movies anytime.
Yeah, and what did you guys think of the video store portion, which is probably getting harder and harder to truly recreate that? I've seen footage of like old UK video stores, and it looked fairly realistic to that particular time period, and
the video stores looked exactly the same here. Like I've been into a video store that looks exactly like that one.
Yeah, like a smaller. I mean, my mom and pop was huge, so I can't complain.
Well, there was yeah.
Well, but I do have a question for you, and obviously we didn't have video nasties, but having worked at a video store, but we did have Tipper Gore. I want to throw that out there. Tipper Gore was our Margaret.
C. Dolores Tucker, Reverend Calvin Butts, but that was more for other stuff.
Parental advisory stickers were the best thing ever fucking invented. Dumb motherfuckers.
I know, like what Luther Campbell said, we wore the sticker like a badge.
Did you ever have like that
Close
one?
enough.
No under the counter stuff, I guess, at any of your places.
No, but I know Two Live Crew, as nasty as they want to be, was a behind the counter album for a lot of them, especially in Florida. They were doing the same video nasty shit under the counter, and stores were getting closed, raided, and stuff for a goddamn comedy fucking rap CD about fucking vagina.
So stupid.
Yeah, I mean, this film though too, like you just feel that pain is just like a fan of actors in general. I mean, she just conveyed so much. Just like the look when she was just observing people on the bus and everything. I mean, there was just so much going on there. It's just a movie again. Like I will watch this again, and nowadays that's rare. I just don't have time. There's a lot of new stuff coming out. I want to go and sit down and enjoy this one again. Like you said, Kruger, if I recall, didn't like Mandy grow on you, or maybe I'm thinking of a different
movie.
The
first time I watched Mandy, I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was a masterpiece or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And then sure as shit, now it's probably the movie I watched the most out of everything. So
I think I need to rewatch that then.
Oh, Mandy?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro! Like fucking anytime, fucking could be at like 3 a.m. I'd be down to watch that shit. But yeah, this one, I think just for me now knowing how it ends, I think that's going to enhance like a second viewing, and like just to kind of see like the little triggers that kind of made her snap, you know, because it's very much like the way, like, everything happened, I think, because of just, circumstance. I mean, she didn't intend to kill, the fucking producer guy, but, he ended up fucking getting killed. So that was probably the fucking thing that made her snap. And I really like that because, like, she doesn't really have ill will at all towards the film. She's just a really damaged character that hasn't fucking properly dealt with her trauma. And like the thing that I actually thought that was impressive too was like there was little things like when she was having her flashback to like when her parents found out that her sister is missing and they were just like, what the fuck did you do, blah blah, and like going off on her. And then when you go back around to the scene when they're at dinner and they're like, well, we don't blame you, and I'm like, yeah, but she doesn't fucking think that because you guys flipped the fuck out on her and now she's got trauma from it, so that's why she's acting like that. And like the little things like that in the writing were really well done.
Yeah, there's so much going on under the surface here, and I thought the parents when she showed her Alice Lee on that videotape, I was just so good. Like that poor dad was just drained. Like, just please stop. Yeah. Do you think there's any of you guys think there's any chance? I know it's unlikely, but that we would get like the movie within the movie, kind of a headless
that'd be
found.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, like a headless found situation. I think that'd be kind of cool that we get the more straightforward, exploitation film, which is probably how they would do it. But
I'd be down for it. Beastman looked cool.
Included as an extra on the fucking physical release. That'd be great.
Yeah.
The Blu-ray does come out, and I think it's 3 months. I think it's September in time for Halloween.
I am grabbing it. I highly recommend it.
And I'm more selective about stuff I'm purchasing for the collection. That one is one that is 100% going in it. So.
Absolutely. Any of you that have seen it out there, please comment. We really want to hear more. We got some?
Yeah. Please read it.
Lauren Dixon of the Visited by Voices 1 podcast. Censor stands as second only to Saint Maud for me this year. I don't know. I'd have to it's close.
I definitely liked it a lot more than Saint Maud, but
yeah, you weren't a big Saint Maud guy.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, this I think at the end of the year. Again, we've had a few great films, but it's been kind of slow going lately. There's been a lot of unholies and for me,
Separation.
Which I not even remembering that offhand, which probably says
something. Is why you sent us the trailer that we already watched. I'm watching on the last trailer show. That's how much it's resonated with you. Yeah,
there you go. Like, there's certain films I've seen this year that you forget in like 2 weeks because there's nothing there. But yeah, I think this will be standing tall. Maybe not number one. We still have a long way to go this year, but
not that long. We're halfway through.
This is something that. And as a lot of people know, I have no wall space left. I will make wall space for like a signed poster of this if I can be so lucky to come across it, which it'll be hard. But that's how highly I think of this one. And I think, is any other spoilers, guys? Are we good on spoilers?
I figure that's why I pulled the spoilers.
Okay, sweet. I was just checking. I didn't want to move on. So yeah, like I said, please weigh in. And if you did like this as much as we did, spread the word. That's very important nowadays. I know there've been a lot of podcasters complaining about, myself included, complaining about the lack of originality lately and just the cookie cutter stuff we've gotten this year. Shout it from the rooftops, guys. I think this is a special film that I really do feel this can find a broader audience out there. Maybe I'm being naive, but I think this has that certain something.
It's definitely going to find a cult following for sure.
Yeah.
Right now, it's in limited theaters, but you can rent it for $7 on wherever, Vudu, Amazon, whatever. You can purchase it for $15. So it's well worth checking out. $7, check it out. I don't think
it's worth $15.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it your money. Yeah, I would give it the 30 that I didn't give. Cruella or anything like that. The last few months, I'd be happy to. I really would. I would contribute to this. So, guys, be sure to like, share, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and also comment in the comments. Even if you think, goddamn, Todd's full of crap, you can put that in the comments. We're not offended, or me.
My opinion was the same as yours on this one, right?
On this one, well, I'm not. You're full of crap other times, though. In fairness, so please do that. Weigh in, debate with us. We love that. Also, fleshwoundfeatures.com, which has links to everything, including our Teespring store, which will have some exciting stuff that we're going to be announcing shortly, including some big surprises and all sorts of cool stuff. Patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures, which there's also a link on the website. I know sometimes Patreon people have trouble. You can go there. It all starts at $1. We got uncensored exclusive content. Check that out. Horror Cartel Flesh Wound Radio Facebook group. Also, we're on Discord now. We are also Flesh Wound Radio on Twitter. And I think I hit everything. Or close.
There we go. I don't know a better way to end
There you go. Todd is full of crap, according to the great Orc. Thank you, Orc. He is. Yeah, that's all I got.
Say goodnight, Dan.
Good night, everyone, except...
Oh, wait, I did it wrong. Pugs, say goodnight.
With that being said, let's get the fuck out of here, gentlemen. Dan?
Good night.
Todd?
I'll shine.
Stay sick, motherfuckers.
And I'll see you in Disneyland. Dan's hat is lame.
Yeah, and he's whispering things into my ear, so it's kind of weird.